In this video, we are breaking down the chilling body cam footage that shows exactly how a calculated, poisonous betrayal shattered the safety of an innocent home and left two helpless toddlers wandering alone in a concrete maze. A discovery that didn't just expose a mother's neglect, but changed this family's life forever.
Ma'am, who are you?
Hello, there was an outfit.
Can you answer my question?
Huh?
Can you please answer my question?
Hello? Yeah. Don't understand, Mom.
Cool. Can you put the children over there? They're not touching the children.
Oh, hello?
So are you not the real mom? Who's real mom?
She passed away. She was deceased.
Okay. So can I talk to you? Like, can we have a conversation?
Yeah.
No, I want to talk to you.
Okay.
You're here. Whenever you're done.
Okay, all right. Oh, he said you want to talk to me. Okay. What you were talking about?
Who do you think? The kids.
The kids, okay.
Who are you talking to? I don't understand.
The dad. That's their dad.
Where's dad at?
He on his way back.
All right, well, where's he at?
Hello? He on his way. He was 5 minutes away.
Okay, where's dad?
Huh?
Where's dad, though?
He just dropped me off.
Listen. You're beating around the bush. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But I'm very straightforward, right? So can you please answer my questions? Where's dad coming from?
Oh, he just dropped me off home.
Okay, where was dad prior to this?
He was picking me up from work.
Okay, and where were the kids?
At home.
With who?
With our other child.
With who?
With he at home.
With who?
Our other child at home.
Who's the other child?
Sean.
How old is he? So let me get this straight. You guys left these two babies with an 11-year-old.
No, I was at work. I didn't leave him yet.
So dad did?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. And dad's on his way?
Yeah.
Fantastic. What is the address you guys live in?
Oh, 54263. 263? Yes.
See if any child neglect or something along these lines.
Tell me now.
So I got through to DCF. This is stepmom.
Fine.
So basically, dad left children alone to go pick her up.
There you go.
With an 11-year-old.
Where's the 11-year-old?
In an apartment by himself.
You just let him leave?
I guess he wasn't really paying attention because it's an 11-year-old. He's probably playing games on his phone. Does this happen all the time, or?
No. It just happened today.
Do you think the 11-year-old is capable of taking care of these two babies?
No.
Is that your big daddy?
Yeah.
Or stepdad, or whatever the case is? Sir.
How you doing, boss?
What's going on? So, can you talk to me real quick?
Yes, sir. Hey, man.
What's going on?
They were sleeping. I ran to the store real quick. She was there. I didn't know she was leaving to go to work. And it's pretty much about it.
Right. You left them with 11-year-old?
No, with her. I didn't know she was going to work.
So your story's different.
I apologize.
Come stand with this officer, please. What happened, bro? Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
So,
I need help. She was helping me.
man, she just left. So you left the kids in her care? Is what you're telling me?
And I was coming right back.
Okay, where were you going?
I was going to the store and I was trying to get a part for the car.
Okay.
And they need diapers and wipes, so I was also trying to get everything at once.
Has this ever happened before?
No, sir. But what he does, sometimes he'll unlock the door.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, things like that happen. I get that. All right.
they're never left alone, ever.
Okay.
Because their mom isn't here. And they're all I have, so.
So, you did the responsible things. You're telling me you left your children in the care of your wife, girlfriend?
Yes, my girlfriend.
Okay. And she left the crib
Yes, sir.
and left your kids alone with an 11-year-old. That's what you're telling me.
I didn't know she had to be away from sleep.
I understand
We
that.
didn't communicate that, sir.
I get it. I'm investigating because you understand. I get a call for service. We come through, and they're wandering on a parking garage, and they can get hit by a fucking car, bro. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So, good thing nothing happened. But
Thank you so much.
so I'm here trying to investigate. So, sir, do you have ID on you?
Yes, sir.
Let me get your ID. Would you like to fill out a statement for me on your side of the story?
I guess if I have to.
All
Hold on,
Thank you,
man.
sir. I appreciate it. So you know I'm conducting a criminal investigation. I'm not saying I'm charging you with anything, but since I'm conducting an investigation, you're not free to leave. So you can just sit down right here with your kids. I appreciate it.
Did you get through these yet?
Yeah, they're 51. It's gonna be a while though.
That's my right. That's the word right.
Yeah. I ran into her as well. Okay. So I just need a verbal yes or no. You have these. You have the right to remain silent. You understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Anything you say may be used against you in court. You understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questions. You understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one will be provided for you before question without charge. You understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything that comes open?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, sir. So you left your children in the care of,
She needs.
okay, which is your girlfriend.
Yes.
And she lives with you.
Yes.
Okay. And where were you again?
I went to the store. I went to look for the parts. The car gave me problems. Got it right. Came straight in.
Okay.
And then that's when she called and was like, "Hey, could you pick me up from work?" I'm like, "Pick you up from work." She's like, "Yeah, I understand."
Okay.
So it was like,
Did you know? Did you tell her that she was gonna be here with the kids?
"Yes." I said, "Stay. I'll be right back."
Okay.
And
And she knew the kids was gonna be there with you?
Yes, because when she told me she needed to grab something from work and come back, I'm expecting that to happen.
Okay.
So yeah.
Have you
so
left
I
it?
called my sister and then she was like, she'll try.
Yeah.
But she's going through the more situation. So,
I got you.
but once she called and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to pick me up," so I picked her up. I automatically they were there, so I came, turned around, and
Okay. I got
this
you.
is where we're at. I promise I never leave my kids unattended. They all I have.
No, I got
This
you.
is hard right now. I'm a single dad. I need all the help I can get.
Have you left your kids alone with her in the past?
Always, and they're always fine. I call daily, FaceTime them, everything's good. This is the first time this has ever been something like this.
Yeah.
Ever. I've never just leave my kids alone. That's not what I do. We went through a situation, we had a home invasion, and we lost our mom. So they all I have.
Did she know that your kids were home though? Like you told her, like.
Yes.
Okay.
So when she was telling me she needed to get something from work and come right back, I was expecting that.
In the sun-drenched landscapes of Florida, behind the facade of a typical apartment complex, a chilling scene unfolded that would leave even the most seasoned law enforcement officers in a state of disbelief. As we can see from the high-definition Bodycam footage, the silence of a concrete parking garage was broken by the wandering footsteps of two small toddlers, completely alone, vulnerable, and dangerously close to moving vehicles. In my opinion, this is every parent's worst nightmare. Yet for these children, it was a harsh reality. When officers arrived on the scene, they weren't met with a frantic parent searching for their lost children. Instead, they found a void of accountability. The initial investigation led to an 11-year-old child who had been tasked with the impossible burden of guarding his younger siblings. But where were the adults? Looking at this objectively, the situation escalated the moment the children's stepmother appeared. Her initial interaction with the police was a masterclass in deception. She spun a web of lies, claiming she was just arriving or that the father was only minutes away. As we analyze the footage, the tension is palpable. The officers, clearly frustrated by the shifting stories, had to peel back layers of dishonesty just to find the basic truth. This wasn't just a simple mistake. It was a systemic failure of care that placed two innocent lives at the mercy of a cold, gray parking structure. The sheer confusion on the faces of the toddlers, contrasted with the defensive lies of the adult, sets a haunting tone for what was to follow. A father's despair and the breakdown of trust. The narrative shifted dramatically when the father finally arrived on the scene, his face a mask of shock and growing desperation. As we observe the exchange, a complex story of a struggling single father begins to emerge, a man who had lost his wife and was trying to rebuild his life from the ashes of grief. He claimed he had left the children in the care of his girlfriend, a woman he had known since childhood and trusted for 4 years. In my opinion, this is where the human element of the story becomes truly heartbreaking. He spoke of the struggle to get state assistance, the broken car that needed parts, and the simple need for diapers and wipes. He wasn't a man who had abandoned his children. He was a man who believed he had left them with a responsible adult. However, the betrayal of that trust was absolute. The girlfriend, driven by the pressure of her own job, had decided that her shift was more important than the safety of the children she had promised to watch. It is clear that the lack of communication between the two adults created a lethal gap in supervision. The father's plea, "They are all I have," resonates deeply, highlighting the precariousness of life for those living on the edge of poverty. As we can see, the police were forced into a difficult position. While they felt empathy for the father's situation, their primary duty was to the safety of the children who had been found wandering like ghosts in a garage. This segment of the footage captures the raw, unfiltered pain of a family falling apart under the weight of poor decisions and broken promises. The cold truth and the price of neglect. The final confrontation between the officers and the stepmother is where the mask of deception finally fell away. Under the relentless questioning of the police, she eventually admitted to the unthinkable. She had left a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old completely alone because she had to go to work. In my opinion, this admission is a staggering example of a complete collapse of moral responsibility. She knew the father was gone. She knew the apartment was effectively empty of adult supervision, and yet she walked out the door. As we analyze this further, her justification, that she lacked transportation and felt pressured by her job, serves as a grim reminder of how social pressures can sometimes override basic human instincts. The footage shows her being Mirandized, her voice trembling as the weight of her actions finally began to settle in. She was arrested on charges of child neglect, a move that many viewers might find both necessary and tragic. Looking at the outcome, she was later sentenced to 2 years of probation. From my perspective, this case raises a haunting question for the Tier 1 viewer. Is 2 years of probation a fair price for risking the lives of 2 toddlers? The video concludes with the toddlers safely in the arms of a father who now faces the daunting task of raising them without the help he so desperately thought he had. This isn't just a crime story. It's a cautionary tale about the fragile nature of safety and the devastating consequences that follow when those tasked with protection choose their own interests over the lives of the innocent.